Let's check in on the resistance and see what they're doing. Congressman introduces COVFEFE Act to make social media a presidential record. The Democrats might lose again in 2018. They seriously might lose again. They could lose in 2020. Trump can get a second term. He can get a second term. I know everybody thinks like it's just a layup election, but remember, in 2012, Republicans thought it was a layup election against Obama, and it wasn't. So there's a lot of false security right now in Democratic circles. Yeah, Republicans and Trump are so bad that we're going to win in a giant wave. Anyway, I just introduced the COVFEFE Act in order to preserve President Trump's tweets as a matter of historical record. You know what this is? This is like fake bravery. That's what this is. This is like, oh, I'm taking a bold stand. Let's save Trump's tweets. Fuck. They're so goofy and they're so fucking stupid, but it's anything to avoid making the promises to the American people that they should. Because it's hard to do the work. It's hard to fight for Medicare for all and stand up against for-profit health insurance companies that have bought our government. It's hard to stand up and fight for Medicare for all for that reason. It's hard to fight against Big Pharma. It's hard to stand up to Wall Street and fight Wall Street and say, we're going to bring back Glass-Steagall and we're going to regulate your ass, because then your donors just got cut in half. You lost all your Wall Street donors, you lost all your Big Pharma donors, you lost all your private health insurance donors. It's hard to stand up, I'm going to fight for a living wage, because all your corporate support, forget it. It's hard to say we're going to legalize marijuana. Let's fight to legalize marijuana. Let's fight for a New Deal. Spend trillions of dollars on jobs for the people. It's hard to do all that. That's hard work. So what do? Try to find a way where you can pat yourself on the back and pretend like you're a hero without doing shit. I introduced a Russia sanctions bill because Russia is bad and Russia owns Trump. He's Vladimir Putin's puppet. Aren't I so bold? Escalating tensions with another nuclear power? Doesn't make me such a hero? Here's the COVFEFE Act. Please, don't trip over yourselves when you run to the polls to vote for me. Please, please. All right, let me give you what they say here. Democratic Representative Mike Quigley of Illinois has introduced a bill dubbed the COVFEFE Act to require the preservation of a president's social media records. Quigley's bill turns the buzzword into an acronym standing for the Communications Over Various Feeds Electronically for Engagement Act, which would broaden the scope of the Presidential Records Act of 1978 by including the term social media as documentary material. On May 31st, President Donald Trump declared at 12:06 a.m. on Twitter, despite the constant negative press COVFEFE. The tweet remained published for several hours before being removed, allowing observers plenty of time to ponder the meaning of COVFEFE. That it was obviously supposed to be coverage, despite the negative press coverage. Okay. But the deletion and others like it have raised questions about how president's social media should be handled and preserved. In order to maintain public trust in government, elected officials must answer for what they do and say. This includes 140-character tweets, Quigley, who co-founded the Congressional Transparency Caucus, said in a statement. In light of the president's use of Twitter as a daily means of communicating directly with the public, Quigley's bill reignites a long-running conversation about the extent of presidential record-keeping and transparency. If the president is going to take to social media to make sudden public policy proclamations, we must ensure that these statements are documented and preserved for future reference, the lawmaker said. Tweets are powerful, and the president must be held accountable for every post. You are a hero, sir. Oh my God, you're so brave. So fucking brave. COVFEFE Act. Oh yes, COVFEFE. The millennials will like me, right? Pokemon, go to the polls to vote for me, the COVFEFE Act guy. Fuck you. Jesus Christ, man. You know, here's might come as a surprise to this jackass. You do know that Twitter saves the tweets, right? We're going to do a congressional act. Call it We Agree with the Stuff Twitter Already Does Act. You could say, well, hold on, Kyle, he deletes some tweets. Yeah, but there's also services that save the deleted tweets. Nothing but a giant fucking waste of time. And they're trying to trick you. They have no ideas. They're not for the policies that you want. So they do shit like this and they think it's gonna work. It's not gonna work. This is some bullshit. If you want people to go vote for you, you want to win in a giant wave, drop the fucking COVFEFE fake progressive bullshit and stand up for the right things. Medicare for all, living wage, free college, and the wars. I'm not going to go through the entire list. You know the deal, but they're doing everything to try to avoid that. JusticeDemocrats.com. Our candidates fight for those things, and we need you because they take no corporate money, no PAC money, so they're at a permanent financial disadvantage when it comes to the donors. So donate and help out. JusticeDemocrats.com/donate. We're trying to raise $500,000 for the candidates for their campaigns by the end of this month. And we need you. We need you now more than ever. But let's end this fucking garbage. I can't stand these corporate Democrats. They drive me crazy. So we have to get people in there who will fight for the right things.